He's in my room again. I could hear my son say, jerking me from the sleep I was falling into. I turned on my side, eyeing my 6-year-old boy, Jaden, standing in his fire truck pajamas. I could feel my heart pick up pace, anxiety taking over. I knew the Birdman wasn't real, but every time Jaden mentioned the Birdman, I got afraid. Jaden described the Birdman as this: tall, incredibly tall, to where he had to lower his head in order to fit in the room. He was really skinny and wore a long trench coat, black, dirty, and ripped, with big black boots. And his face, God, I hated when Jaden described his face. His face was twisted, jerked up by pins and staples. His skin was stretched, his mouth held in a wide smile by staples. Long, stringy, oily black hair. His eyes, big and blue, were completely exposed. He had no eyelids. He sobs, Jaden would say. Constant tears rolled down his bumpy cheeks. Now this is what scared me. His nose was long, arched, his nostrils stretched back. It was so long that it resembled a beak. Now, my son wasn't that bright. At least not bright enough to describe this. He could hardly describe something he had seen an hour earlier. But he could give every detail of the Birdman. Perfectly. I knew the Birdman wasn't real. Children were known to have imaginary friends. But what kid, what make up something so scary? And on top of that, I could swear I could sometimes see fleeting tall shadows from the corner of my eye. It's all in your head, I say, slightly sitting up. I wanted to get him off this fear, but I was also actually scared that if I went in his room, I would see something. No, Mama, he's real. He said he can prove it. Daddy's sleeping in the yard. I sit completely up. My heart is hammering in my chest. What did you say? I ask. The Birdman said that Daddy's sleeping in the yard. He repeats. I stand up, opening my drawer, pulling out a handgun. Stay here, I say, exiting the room. I inch down the hallway, the gun pointed out ahead of me. The door to Jaden's room was wide open, letting out a soft glow. I enter the room, flicking the light switch. Nothing. My eyes scan the room, landing on the bed. There was a lump, rising and falling. I move forward, slowing, pulling back the blanket. Jaden laid there, asleep, slightly snoring. Fear. Mommy? I hear Jaden's voice call from out the room. He's in my room again, a deep voice calls. I run to the door, peering down the dark hall. Jaden stood there, a large smile on his face. His body began to snap, his bones breaking and rearranging itself, his legs becoming thinner, longer. His clothes began to rip apart, exposing leathery, wrinkled skin. Dark cloth began to appear, as though growing from his flesh. Black hair protruded from his scalp. He grew to the ceiling, his back arching downward. The person before me was no longer my son, but a man. Jagged and wrinkled, a wide, long smile on his face. His eyes were set on me, weeping. What do you want? I ask, obvious fear in my voice. The gun shook in my hand. The man, Birdman, laughs, deep and maniacal. He seemed to laugh for hours, as though I had told the funniest joke. And then he was done, as if he hadn't been laughing at all. He just stared at me. Despite his smile, I could see anger in his eyes. You killed me, he snarls, barreling down the hall.